Alright guys, I had just did a little intro video right there, but I think I may scrap it and restart because I walked about 5 foot further and I see a little point leaning up here. These are a couple pieces that I've already found that was in that previous intro video, but I just found those in that little section right there. But like I said, I stepped over and I saw this little point leaning up right here. And it almost favors a Decatur point, but we will see what we have. Oh yeah, it's a sweet little point. Yeah, that's nice. Killer. Has just a little bit of a tip nick on it. Yeah, I don't know whether to call that. That could be like a little Garth Slough point. Man, that's a nice little point. That is awesome. I like that. But anyways, I'll go ahead and repeat this, but it's a little spring run that comes off of this mountain right here. And there's this unique rock formation up there that forms a bowl in the earth. And I haven't really had much luck looking in these gravels in the past, but I haven't looked today, so I may see if there's another one hiding for me. But just down from here, thankfully there's no water in this creek right now, but we did have a lot of rain and it looks like it's washed all these leaves out. So I can almost guarantee you there's going to be another one in here, but fingers crossed. Stay tuned and we'll keep you updated. All right, I just found that little point right there. Walked about 10-15 feet up right here. Got another one leaning up. Got the tip missing, unfortunately, but actually, that actually looks like it's blunted now that I'm looking at it. Yep, that's actually blunted. It's a pretty nice little point right there. Nice material. A little bit of the cortex still on there. Heck yeah. I'll take that little point. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys this real quick. I just found that blunt back behind me, but I think this could be the reason why this area is so prevalent with artifacts, is it has these outcroppings of rocks in this ditch right here. And you can look right here and see inside of those little concretions, that is just solid flint. And the last 2 points that I found in this video right here are made from that exact material. As you can see, it almost has like these warts on the rocks right here, and that is the flint. So they would knock that off right there, and this creek bed is just full of those little concretions, but they would knock those off, and that's how they would knock out these little points right here. Looks like I may have, I think I know what it is. I think it's a little triangle. But let's see if it's all there. Oh man, I dropped it. Man, that's a killer piece right there. That is a sweet point. Man, that's almost, it kind of looks like a pentagonal. It's got 5 sides. I think that's what it is. And that is awesome. It's not much sun out today, but that is a fine point. See how well worked it is. And it's definitely heat treated. Man, it's got red and all different types of colors in it. It's got one little nick in it right there. But there's the display side. That is an awesome point. Probably a woodland to Mississippian period. I'd say around 1,000 years old if I had to guess. That's awesome right there. All right, I'm in this little ditch that washes off of the field, and I've told you I've found something every time that I've been here in this little ditch right here. I looked down inside of these, in between these trees. You probably can't make it out there, but right, if I can reach it, right here, there's a little base of a point. That's a shame. Well, we'll keep looking. All right guys, as I was saying, this little wash right here, It puts out a point every single time. I just found that broken point underneath those set of logs right there. But I wrapped back around because this bank right here is just loaded with flakes washing out of the bank. And I wrapped back around and I walked right over this point, leaning up right there. But I'm gonna get a still shot of it real quick, and I'll show you me picking it up. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. Looks like a killer little stem point. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Looks like it's been worked off. Yep, that's a nice point. Pretty well made. Yeah, another probably late archaic stem point. I don't know if that's a Pickwick or a Little Bear Creek, something like that, but that's a nice little point. And I walked right over that thing. They actually worked that little ear down right there. Still, we're able to haft it right there. But man, I'm telling you, that field right there, it's just washing out into this wash. And then most of these points gather right here and down alongside this bank right here. So hopefully there'll be another one. All right, that little wash is just right there in the corner. Maybe 25, 30 yards from it right here. And I haven't found a whole lot on this opposite bank over here. This one could have come from it or could have come from another one, but man, it's just sitting right here on top of this kind of elevated gravel bar right here in the middle of the creek, just laying right on top of it. This almost looks more like a Benton right here. I know they're in here, but it looks like it's some coarse, kind of dull material, but hopefully that tip's there. Oh, man, it's got a little tip nick. Man, that's a killer Benton. Man, I'm finding some, most of the time I find them broken half in this creek, but at least these are case worthy. And that is a awesome point. Yeah, definitely a Benton on that one. All right, guys, it's literally been 2 minutes. I just found that point right there in that gravel bar. And this is turning into a wild day already. I am just down right here, and I noticed that there was a couple little flakes right here, and I was kind of gathering, kind of picking at some rocks right here, kept looking around, and bam. Look at that thing laying right there. Okay, this one looks a little nicer right here. It's got some good looking flaking on it. I don't see the base all the way, but man, let's hope for a good one. It's definitely a little beat up, but oh man, goodness gracious, man, wow, that is crazy. I think that's I wanted to say a lost lake, but it's not really beveled. Man, that is crazy. Man, I'm gonna have to start coming here more often. This is the first time I've been here this year, but doesn't really feel ground. Yeah, I don't know what to call that. That is well made though. That's definitely an early archaic point. Most of the ones that I find in here are like late archaic to woodland, but man, look at the flaking on that puppy. Looks like it's got a little ear missing there, a little bit of the ear missing there, and then the tip's missing, but that's got to be something early archaic. I'm not real sure, but man, almost all there. That is sweet. Again, I'm probably about 50 to 75 yards from where I found that lost lake last year, and it looks pretty similar to that as far as the base, but this one, I'm not really feeling any grinding on it, but that is an awesome piece. Man, it's probably 2.5 inches there, even missing the tip. That's awesome. well, hopefully I'll find something else. But man, it's been a killer day. I thank the Lord again for being able to walk these little sections, and got some pretty nice weather today. It's a little cloudy, but man, I'm super blessed. Thank y'all for watching. All right, I'm continuing down in this ditch. Here's a little broken point right here. A little heartbreaker. That's what I'm used to finding in this creek. We'll carry on and see if there's another one. All right, I just hopped a little fence there. Looks like I've got a little point here. I believe it's broke, but I'll go ahead and film it anyway. Yep. Looks like another little Benton point. But yeah, I'm creeping up to where I found my lost lake here, so I got my fingers crossed. All right, I'm continuing down the ditch. It's washed out really good. I made it to the section where it's kind of puddled up and it's real muddy in here. But I think I finally may have walked up on another point. Hiding out there. Looks like it's made of some absolute killer material. All right, let's see what it looks like. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is a killer, baby. That's gonna clean up. Man, look at that point. Man, oh man. That's a killer. Make sure I don't step on any. That is a killer, baby. Man, that's some of the finest material I've ever seen right there. May not put out as well on the camera, but that is just straight red. It's got a little bit of a white portion along the base there. If there was any sun, that might be translucent, but man, that is a killer. It's got some nice working on it. Looks like it's, can't tell if that's the Cortex on the base, or they definitely finished it though. It's got some thinning. That's a killer point right there. Doesn't look like it has any damage. Looks like it was impacted right there and they reworked the tip on it. So it would have been a little bit longer, but that's an awesome point. Thank you, Lord. All right, I just found that little tip, maybe 30 feet back there, continuing down. Got one laying out here. I'm afraid that tip's got some damage on it. We'll hope for the best. Man. Man, oh man. Man, that's got a sharp little tang on it right there. That's an awesome little style of point. Not really sure what to call it. I don't know if that's quite Pickwick or... Usually they don't have that sharp of a tang. Looks like it's a little sheared on that side as well as the tip. Man, fine work on that point though. Man, still case worthy in my book. All right, I'm walking along this little corner gravel bar right here. And I see this little piece right here. Man, it looks like it'd be killer if it's all there. Oh man. Man, that is a shame right there. I think the base is probably just, that's where it snapped off and they worked it like that. But man, the tip's gone. Yeah, these cows, as you can see, they've been stomping on this gravel bar, but man, that one hurts right there. Okay guys, I've kind of made my loop. There's kind of the hot section of that creek right there. And then I found my lost lake down there, probably 50, I don't know, I'd say more, it's probably closer to 75 to 100 yards. And I found that other lost lake looking point just down here in the hot stretch. But I'm walking this, like I said, we got a lot of rain and it's washed out these new little spots. And this is that field that I was talking about that's just loaded with flakes. Mainly woodland, late archaic stuff, but like I said, there's been a couple Lost Lake, early archaic points mixed in. And I make my way down through here and see this. It's definitely got most of the ears on there, but I haven't touched it to see if the tip's there. All right, let's hope for the best. Oh man, of course. Man, that is unfortunate. That would have been killer. Man, most of the ears are intact. And it's just snapped. It's gonna clean up real nice. Can't tell that it's beveled. Could be a Kirk, it could be a Lost Lake, but it's got super deep notches. This one isn't ground either, so probably more of a Kirk. But man, that's pretty sweet though. Still worth showing to you guys. That's a pretty sweet piece.